Alright. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. This is Niohogg X to 11 coming at you with another God of War Ragnarok playthrough. Now, it's been a couple days, and I have a lot of work and a lot of progress to show you. As I stated, now that I unlocked that training ground, I've taken the liberty of doing some serious grinding and a lot of practicing. As you can see from the glow, I have unlocked and mastered all of my weapon abilities. All of my skills have been hard won and fought over. Although, as you can see, I may have gone a little over the top with my mod tokens. In particular this for some reason. I held back on the Leviathan axe, but I couldn't help myself with that one. I was originally quite leery of this because I wasn't sure, as I stated in my previous video, if I increase the damage on this one and I increase the damage on this one, then does that mean that if I hold back on this, you know, once it lights up and it creates the explosion, will it not get the power boost from that? If that's the case, I might as well just increase this one instead and not waste the XP on this. But then I realized something else. What if I don't have enough XP to upgrade all of these? That is to say, you know, this one is 1000 XP, this one is another 1000 XP, this one, let me see, one of these I believe, oh, right, that one doesn't upgrade. But yeah, 1000 XP, 1000 XP. Let me see. Right, yeah. 2000 XP, 2000 XP. Yeah, I don't think I was paying... Yeah, I think I went a little crazy with this one. I was on such a euphoric high after completing all of these. I didn't quite realize what I was spending it on. But yeah, no, that's all XP. And then... of course, there's also upgrading my Runics. That's more XP. And then, of course, my Rage is still... well, that's a lot of XP, for example. So then I was wondering, what happens if I don't have enough XP to upgrade all of my stuff? That's what I'm starting to think, you know, it'd be better if I paced myself a little. So from now on, until, you know, I build up enough, until I build up a bigger war chest of XP, I think I'm going to stick to only for certain upgrading things like my Leviathan snare that only upgrade once. Or I'll stick to upgrading only the first obvious things. For example, Leviathan snare, because, you know, I'm stationary and I can't move while I'm doing it, I increased the protection on that one so that I can not have to worry about being interrupted. Ordinarily, I imagine you want to increase the damage of it. But considering that it already does a lot of damage, I wanted to increase the chance that if I'm going to invest in a move like that, I don't have to worry about being interrupted. Same was true of most of these. If I'm going to take the time to throw these two chains, I don't want to be interrupted, especially since I already increased the damage, and this should stack on this one. Same is true of this. I increased the Hyperion pull on that, and then I increased the stun on this. Since this is obviously meant to, you know, close the distance and then give you the chance to do the special kill. The Chaotic Rampage increases the chance of me not being interrupted during my massive melee, and this, of course, increases the damage once it extends it. This stops me from being interrupted, and this one deals more damage. At least I'm hoping that's how it stacks. I also discovered something interesting. If you take a look here on favors, I have a number of things... no, labors. I have a number of things given to me by those different personalities that Ratatoskr possesses. Anxious gave me a lot of, like, exploratory stuff. Opening chests, discovering messages, Yggdrasil Dew collected, scrolls, that kind of thing. And, of course, lore markers. Arrogant gave me several what appear to be unarmed or separate sort of things. For example, there's the classic Spartan kick, parries, shatter my frozen enemies, or dismember or decapitate foes. I imagine that's, of course, you know, the finishers. Stun specific enemies, poison them. That's that. One thing I noticed is that these don't seem to increase while I was doing these in the training grounds. So I can master my skills in the training ground and those count. But it means that my labors, these can only be completed while I'm actually out in the world, which could be a bit difficult. I mean, obviously, they're expecting you to be able to finish, if not complete, if not all of these. But, I mean, some of these things I'm expecting to be able to do quite easily. Especially, these ones, for example, throw rocks, swing trees, ledger drops. I essentially means that if I use my environments and anything else, I should be able to do these. I mean, heck, things like, let me see, Rage Unleashed, Runic activations, and Relic activations, these will be easy enough. I can just do those on my own if I have enough time. It's just going to be a matter of, you know, repeatedly reactivating them. But some of these, Pots broken, Wretch Nest destroyed, some of these are going to be simple enough. Red Pots, heck, I only need to destroy 2 more of those, but I guess that's why the experience isn't very high. But some of these, burn your enemies, poison your enemies, stun should be relatively simple. But decapitate, shatter especially. Shatter, the Spartan kick. What are the odds I'm going to have time to do that kind of thing in the middle of all of it? So yeah, I'm going to be careful with my XP when I'm starting to spend it. But the good news is that now that I've spent so much time, I want to say I probably spent a good 3 hours in there just, you know, going back and forth killing things. Got several new skills and a lot of work put into it. But now, I have got the skills to pay the bills. The one thing I'm not 100% sure about, though, is Atreus' arrows. His stun arrows and lightning arrows were easy enough to figure out before, but now it's a little harder to figure out. Let's see, status. Frost is easy enough. Slows all movement, applies damage over time. Shock, that was easy enough. Creates a sonic concussion that when an enemy is attacked, puts creatures in a stasis when airborne. Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably look that up. In the meantime, back to the tree. Back to the tree, to Tyr, and to the desert. Gotta say, I had plenty of experience in there dealing with the Draugr and a little bit with the Grimm. Gotta say, Draugr make excellent training buddies, except for that one with the shield. Let's see. Huh. Right, Svartalfheim is Nithavalir. Alright, so we can't go there without, Huh. Alright, so you don't have to even click on Sindri's house. You can just automatically go there. With the square button.
Mimir, I know this sounds weird, but can you tell me again what happens when someone dies?
Every living thing has a soul, and every soul has 4 parts. Form, mind, direction, and luck. Direction steers the souls of giants, dwarves, elves, and animals toward the Lake of Souls in Alfheim, where all the parts may be absorbed back into Alfheim's great light.
So that's where Fenrir is? The Lake of Souls?
So long as his soul still has its direction, aye, it's well on its way.
That's one thing that took me a little while to figure out, and now it just annoys me when everybody else does it. This is essentially just a loading screen, so it doesn't matter if you move while you're in it. I prefer just to stand there and wait for the dialogue.
Ah, there you are. I knew you hadn't forgotten me.
Alright.
Here. Do you know Ratatoskr?
Of course. We were just catching up in your absence. Of the squirrels I've conversed with, he's easily the most dapper.
Master Kratos, I would speak with you.
Speak.
If you are ever in need of my services and I am not present, I have installed these handy chimes for you to notify me. Simply throw your axe and strike the chimes, and I will attend to your needs. Would you care to take a practice throw? A magnificent throw, Master Kratos. Truly a seasoned pro. Very well. You know how to reach me now. Well, any questions before you travel on?
I wonder.
I am already here, Master Kratos. Perhaps there was some confusion. This is for calling me out here, not for when I am here.
Okay, that's got a reaction.
Hearing the sound of the chimes? I suppose they do sound very pretty. Master Kratos, this feels very uncharacteristic of you, but if you enjoy the pretty chimes that much, I will allow you to indulge. Yes, you've done it. Well thrown. Ah, the sound of the chimes is not unpainful at this distance, so perhaps you could not? Already here, as it were. So, I see. You're deliberately attempting to push me to some sort of emotional outburst, aren't you? Well, I'm not so easily swayed, my good man. Stop with the stupid chime! Oh dear. I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from. I am already here, Master Kratos.
Alright. Huh. Thought for sure that would have gotten me a trophy. So.
I have a question.
Splendid! I delight in offering my tutelage to the inquisitive.
Over the ledge, by the gateway over there. I noticed these dragons.
Dragons? Oh no, young Master Atreus. Those are Lindwyrms, the brood of Niohogg.
Niohogg? That's the mother?
Correct. She's also a vital piece of the Yggdrasilian circle of life, as it were. I tend the branches up here, while Niohogg chews the roots from below to prevent overgrowth. A delicate balance.
So they're friendly?
Well, they're not nearly so affable as myself, but there's no reason to expect hostility so long as they're left in peace. Niohogg is a stern matriarch, as protective of her offspring as she is determined to teach them proper discipline.
That
Sounds
Familiar.
acknowledgement grunt.
Until our next encounter, then.
Alright.
We're ready to go to Alfheim when you are, Father. Unless you wanted to finish something in Svartalfheim first.
Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do until I get some upgrade gear. So, nothing from Brock or Sindri. Let's go knock on the Elves' door. The Stround?
Perhaps as we travel, you can tell me the tale of your prior visit to the land of the elves.
Sure I can.
Ugh. That was a mistake.
Alfheim was the first time we ever realm traveled using your temple. Freya tried coming with us, but Odin cast a spell on her. She can't leave Midgard.
That's terrible.
So then we fought our way through an army of dark elves to get to the light.
You interfered in the elf war.
Not by choice. We sought to fill our Bifrost, and they attacked us.
When we freed it, light elves came back. Things seemed better in Alfheim.
Did they now?
Better for who? Ah.
Alfheim. It's been so long.
Not sure where the temple is from here, but that's where we'll find Groa's shrine.
Smash. Now.
Broken history. Aye, not exactly an easy fix for that.
Let's see what we have. In Dark Elf territory, next to a statue of their ancestor, the elves before the division of light and dark. The message being... what exactly? For who? Seen it or ignored it? Or more concerned with their mastery over the light?
I see the elves continue their war.
Yeah, so much for things being better in Alfheim.
Ooh. Huh. Oh, look at this little guy. Ooh, chest. The light's so important around here, it even makes the creatures glow. Let's see.
Yikes. Fimbulwinter hit Alfheim hard.
No. Storms have plagued Alfheim's deserts long before Fimbulwinter.
Let's see.
A living desert. Huh.
Kinda redundant. Deserts may be sparse of life, but it's never absent. The Jewel of Alfheim is our most sacred and fertile desert, teeming with unequal diversity of life, from the majestic Hagufa and its desolate song of the sands to the wide array of turtles and lizards found in the Hajarta, and the abundant herds of gazelle and ibex roaming the shifting dunes. Desert giving breath and life. Take a moment, witness its grandeur, and reflect. So yeah, this place wasn't so much a desert, it sounds more like a savanna. Ugh. Except now it really does look like a desert. Nothing but wind-scarred trees and scrub. Barely any scrub. Only in places where there's cover from this wind. Now then. Elves are fast and agile, so I expect this will be for the best. Huh, bats. Pop this open. Ah, more slag. What I need is dwarven steel to upgrade my stuff.
I'll meet you on the other side.
sometimes it's hard to tell if it's a light or a dark elf.
Hold on. I hear something out there. Something big. It's in pain.
Is that the whistling I'm hearing?
What do you hear?
Feels like some kind of animal. How could anything live in a storm like that?
Plenty of caves under the desert. Not exactly a paragon of comfort, but the Dark Elves get on best they can.
Let's see. There's two.
Perhaps we can reach that brazier from above.
No, I don't think so. I would have noticed it before.
There. The Temple of Light.
Groa's shrine is at the top.
Ah!
Good eye.
Bifrost eyes.
Huh.
Is everything okay?
Aye, old friend. Just looting no near chests. We'll be right along.
Ooh.
Very well.
Health increase. Yay. Now. Oh. Since I've got a minute. Can't go that way. One of my labors is activating, of course, my relic and activating my my attacks. So, actually, okay. So figure since we're not in the middle of combat, might as well try to get that out of the way. Now, more pot smashing.
Freyr never bothered returning to Alfheim, did he?
Aye, no. I assumed the fate of his own realm took precedence.
Wait. Freya's brother?
Yes. Cut from a different cloth, that one.
What, is he not so serious or murderous? One thing I'll say about Freya is that she seemed to have a very hot... she seemed very driven. If that's the right word. Very serious.
There's a barricade up ahead. What are those shiny rocks?
Twilight Stone. A rare material that can take millennia to form. Majestic,
Really?
isn't it? Occasionally, the light of Alfheim will bind to a rock and crystallize, growing like moss on a fallen tree. Truly a wonder of the Nine Realms.
So wait, this stuff is essentially crystallized light? That is crazy. Can reflect an axe throw, reflecting...
There's a gap in the fence over there.
Huh.
Oh! I didn't know it could do that.
If it can take millennia to form, how long did it take to grow these crystals? Hmm? Oh.
Got Cover! The wee bastard's about to explode!
Oh. So what is this? Another another poem?
Do you understand these poems?
Oh, there's always meaning if you look hard enough, brother. It's all in what you bring to it.
Was that a picture of the United States? It says, misunderstood, prove the ignorance of the reader. Stick, rope, tar, black, skin, handprint, baby crying, shower, grubs, delicious, bomb, piss. Oof. Yeah, that's... I got a feeling you're only gonna understand that if you heard them say, if you actually heard the dialogue of the game. Now. What keys do I unlock? Tracking axe throw by pressing R1. Let's see, 72. Yeah, this one asks for less immediately, but then it asks for a lot more at the end. It doesn't quite deliver. But I also said that I'm not much of a ranged guy. We'll stick with the Nord's Tempest for now. Now then. Is that hive stuff woven together? Or do these depict that once upon a time there was actual forests in this place, instead of just shrubbery? Wait. No, that's just a wall. For a minute there, I thought it was a boat. Crazy. Now...
Freya's brother. How was he involved?
Long ago, Freyr of the Vanir traveled to Álfheim, where he discovered a once beautiful land devastated by war. Using his divine powers, he set about cultivating a tenuous peace among the elves.
Huh.
Did you mention how that piece fell apart as soon as he left?
I was getting to it.
You hear that?
Oh no.
Oh no, what?
That's enough, please. You don't need to do this.
We don't want to hurt you.
We do not have a choice.
We're the ones who breathe the light. Why are you fighting us? We helped you last time.
Atreus!
Hold on, let me see. The discovery of the Lake of Souls marked the beginning of a great cynicism within Álfheim. Harnessed the power of the light, and elves who spent their days basking in its glow became obsessed with its newfound power. They found new ways to express themselves through art and innovation. It was time for a great for half of Alfheim. Once the realm's living deserts began to wither, after the realms deemed the cost of progress too high, thus the spawning cycle of conflict between this day. Okay, yeah, we kind of are aware of that. Wait, what do they mean by the cost of progress was too high?
Focus!
I hate Alpha! Whoa! Is that a bomb? They attacked us.
More will follow once we're inside. Is there truly no other way?
Not like they're giving us much of a choice.
So your father said. I'm just naive, I suppose.
No. Just an optimist, old friend.
Odd. Why did they depict themselves with long necks like that? Want to come down here and give us a hand? Looks like we might have a minute. What was that you were saying about Freya's brother? Oof.
Tribute to Freyr, made by the Elves. He must have left it here when he raced back to Vanaheim.
What is this?
Tribute to Freyr. To absorb nightmares. The principle behind such magic is not a local one, but a theory picked up by Tyr from Western lands. The premise is a simple one. Nightmares seek out in the dark, hoping to crawl into the minds and corrupt them from within. Charms are meant to distract and trap the nightmares, tangling charms in the threads until sunrise can incinerate the devious bastards. So it's a dream catcher. Oh.
A charm to ward off nightmares. In this case, Freyr's. Well, knowing the Elves, there are probably more tributes to find.
Huh.
Best we move on for now, brother. Don't think we have the right tools for this one.
It's something to do with this. So there's one there, there's one there. The other one must be behind that rock. Sometimes it's necessary to put boot to ass, but this...
It's so tall. We came in from the top last time. Didn't realize all this was even down here.
It's an older gate, built to promote cooperation between the elves. But it looks like it's been sealed for some time.
How do we enter?
Grab that wheel and I'll show you.
Let's see. Called it. I can see that little thing right there. Or... no, that must be it. But then what am I seeing? Unless that's another gate. Yep. That is another an Yggdrasil gate. Alright. So let's pop this can. So what, can only so what, one light and one dark elf would turn the wheel?
I'll go first. Atreus, let me know when I've reached halfway.
So, what's happening right now?
This seal is meant to represent the balance of the realm when Freyr was here. Light and dark, working together in harmony. How's that look, Atreus?
Good, I think. Father, now you go.
Unfortunately for Álfheim, Freyr couldn't accept his sister's decision to marry Odin. He returned to Vanaheim and left this realm to its fate.
To be fair, the Aesir did set him on fire that one time.
Ooh. There.
The door should have opened. Are you sure it's balanced?
Yeah, but the realm isn't. Not anymore. Father, try pulling it the other way. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
It's here. You keep pushing forward.
Because the realm isn't stable. It's either all light or all dark. But right now, the light elves are the ones in charge.
Fine work, Atreus. Shall we?
In we go.
What's a dark elf statue doing in the light temple?
That's just how they looked before the division.
The division.
Yes. The elves weren't always split between light and dark, you know. This statue depicts the elves before the war, before they discovered the power of the light.
So at one point in time they were sort of so at one point in time they didn't have such regal features as the light elves, and they weren't as beastly as the dark. They had a kind of savage or tribal elegance to them. This place is so lush.
Solid light. Guess some things don't change.
That's the thing I don't get. If this is really if this is really the symbol of
Above
light,
the door, there's a light crystal.
then there should be like we came through last time. We crossed that lake with all the water and all that stuff. So what the hell is it doing right next to a desert? There wasn't any kind of transition. No scrubland, no savanna. It was just barren sand, rock, and wind-burned trees. And then there's all this down here. Let's see.
Yes. The stone briefly imparts a bit of light to your axe.
That's useful.
Right, because that's what Twilight Stone is. Crystallized Álfheim light. There must have been some dust left over on my blade when I chipped it. God, this place is beautiful. Oh,
What's that sound?
No sense in spoiling the surprise.
what surprise. And why is it so bright? We're underground, aren't we?
Whoa, it's the light. Ow.
Whew.
I've never seen the Lake of Souls so volatile.
Aye. Fimbulwinter, you reckon?
Of course, making the light unstable.
So the base of this light well, that's the Lake of Souls.
Yes, after the creation of the Ninth
Hold on.
Realm.
Not a great photo.
Fallen souls began to gather down in those waters.
When the elves discovered its potential, they built this temple to harness that energy. A smashing success, to say the least.
Many of them became addicted to their newfound power, and thus, the Light Elves were born.
So in essence, they became addicted to this new energy. Kind of like how humanity became a dependent on technology rather than our own survival skills. And while we may become more intelligent, other characteristics of ours suffered. Alright, so...
Well done. Though I imagine our light elf friends will be less than pleased.
If they don't want me to bust their door, they shouldn't lock it. Now then.
Speaking of light elves,
Let me try talking to them again. They may...
Best just to let these two do their thing.
Oh, I thought for sure they were going
maybe
to
you
tear
can throw
her.
those back at them.
Oh.
Light up on the left.
Behind you, brother!
There's a labor for kicking, so I'm just gonna go and do it. Let me see. This is Sparta!
Poor souls.
Here, they came across some light bridges. The bridges are gone.
I have an idea to get us across.
Alright, hold on a second.
Lucky for us, swearing off violence doesn't mean he can't disfigure some architecture.
This way. Shrine awaits.
Thought he was gonna wait for us. Didn't even get to see what he did. Now, one thing I saw here.
Kratos, where are you going?
He's just looking around. He does this sometimes.
Ah, curious mind. Carry on.
Hell of a view.
Temple looks so different than I remember. It was all broken and covered in hive stuff last time we were here.
These elves use Alfheim's light to enhance the temple, and themselves by the look of it.
They definitely look more dangerous than last time.
Oh, those were just the foot soldiers. They'll get more dangerous the further up we go.
Great.
Yeah, no, back then they were just like, they looked almost like ghosts, just wearing masks and sheets. Or, no, let me think that. They were wearing, like sheath gowns and masks, and those strange masks. They're still wearing those masks, but now they look almost like the face, no, but now they're more like faceplates than masks. They honestly remind me a bit more like samurai than anything. I swear, I saw a chest down here. Gotta find a way to get to that.
So if these elves use the light to build doors and make themselves stronger, what do the Dark Elves want with it?
To return it back to its source. To them, the natural resources of Alfheim are sacred, none more so than the light itself.
Aye, the Light Elf success came at a terrible price. Alfheim's once lively desert withered into a storm-ridden wasteland soon after the creation of this temple.
So that's the deal. But that doesn't make any sense. Oh, wait. Atreus, you're in the way. I mean, the light already existed, so how can modifying it slightly cause this to happen? Ooh,
You're building quite the collection of poetry, brother.
Why so surprised? My people are known for their culture.
Little guys, visions after rest, lay wait to explore, music, joy, and horror, lie endless creation, hustling by one's own imagination. Was this something like Little Big? Was this Little Big Planet?
Not surprise. Esteem.
Huh. Now let's see. Ah,
Gotta be a better angle on that Twilight
More light
Stone.
elves ahead. I'll handle this.
Maybe that's not a great idea.
full health.
Oh there, friends. Salutations. We mean you no harm.
Tyr! Get back!
My door! Incoming! Incoming! Right side! Behind you, father!
Oh, I thought I could block that.
Left side! Incoming!
Get right.
Big ball of light coming your way!
At least I tried.
I get it now. Why they keep fighting. Dark elves want the souls in the light left alone. The light elves want to keep using them.
That's the long and short of it. Aye.
So then, which side is right?
Rarely is it so simple.
And not our place to say. This is an elven conflict.
I said as much the last time we were in Alfheim.
Right.
Alright, so the soul, Lake of Souls is down there. This is the beam of light that goes right up to the center of the temple. I also have to agree with what they said. So oftentimes, more problems come from people who the conflict has nothing to do with sticking their noses where it doesn't belong. Like Tyrion Lannister said, sometimes doing nothing is the hardest choice. Ugh. One thing I really loved about the last game was that God of War armor, or the God of War inspired armor, where if you had more health, where if you had full health or full rage and you cracked a stone, it was actually able to increase the other bar. So if I had all my rage and I cracked a red stone, it would actually give me back health. And if I had all my health and I cracked a red one, or if I had all my health and I cracked a green one, it would give me back rage instead. Allowed me to be a lot more reckless and free with my attacks. Now, as I said, trying to burn my way through these.
They sure made a lot of these light doors.
Fortifications.
Aye. None too eager to let the Dark Elves run the roost again.
Now they know that there are powerful interfering gods out there. Let's see.
be a way to get your axe behind this crate, right?
Oh, clever use of your axe, Kratos.
Ah. Now, what did I get?
How'd we explore it?
Once referred to as the Dragon's Bane. Grants a rage burst and applies stun to nearby enemies. Graham isn't what it once was. Filled many foes in its day. $25 and $40. That most definitely will be useful. So this grants me a burst of so it can increase the burst of stun damage I inflict.
Oh no.
You okay?
Gloom Nightmare. Are named appropriately, I suppose. They have the ability to temporarily blind their enemies, unfortunate when it happens, but a few well-trained, ranged weapon, yep. Ugly little shits. Who in their right mind would have brought those things here?
Back to it then. Right side!
Exploding Nightmares. Deadliest variant. So, yeah, can explode, begins to char. If they get close to explode, need to be hit by a range. Duh.
Behind
What the?
you! Look out!
Impressive!
Ugly little shits. Trying to get me from behind, too. I think not. Now then.
So, which is your favourite of Kvasir's poems, brother?
Gentle boy and brush, found kinship along the walls, his creativity, playful sprites, joy brought to one and all, town, boy held a hero that merely talented, he didn't save his home, my seas in disguise. Oh! I remember this. Concrete Genie. I think. Might be mistaken. But I'm fairly sure that's the
Why
one.
would I choose a favorite? Kratos may be an almost painfully practical individual, and a bit of a brute, but I find it hard to believe that any Greek wouldn't have at least something of a favoritism when it comes to art. They practically invented it. Well, actually no, I take that back. They were highly appreciative of it. Uh-oh.
I suppose I'll leave you to it then.
Oh.
Behind you! Watch out!
Oh!
Wow. That was violent.
I should have kicked
I'll
that
meet
last
you on
one.
the other side.
Whoa! Tyr can really jump.
Yeah, they knew that was gonna be hard. No two ways about it. The Draugr are simple compared to these guys. Fighting them is a lot harder. Think I might spend a little time with them in the training grounds. They aren't as fast as the Garm, but they can hit at range, which makes them a lot better at fighting. A lot better at training against too.